back to where we were, doing a little bit of news you can use here. So I was saying earlier that Israel has begun moving out of the Gaza Strip. They are backing out, and the hostage exchange is getting ready to happen. They've got 20 living hostages, I believe, and 26 not on the Gaza side. And then I'm not sure how many Israel has, but they're getting ready to swap, and so that's good. It's a very good start. Moving on. Apparently, swapping your regular soda for a diet version may not be any healthier for your liver, according to new research. A study out of the UK said that both sugary drinks and artificially sweetened ones, even those zero sugar, are linked to higher risk of liver disease. The findings were presented this week in Berlin. The study followed about 120,000 adults over 10 years. None of them had liver disease when it began. Over time, they tracked what the participants drank and also assessed their liver health. People who drank a lot of sugar-sweetened beverages like soda, sweet tea, energy drinks had about a 50% higher risk of liver conditions. But it looks like that those who drank the diet drinks, the lower non of liver disease. So, yeah, go figure. Something that's not organic is worse for you than something that is. Maybe we just all need less sugar, right? Here's a great little bit of information. You know, there's a lot of doom and gloom out in the world, but for the first time in a decade, the Atlantic season didn't have a hurricane that made landfall in the United States as of the end of September. About 25%, 2 months or 25% remain in the Atlantic hurricane season, but experts are warning individuals and businesses to keep their guard up. Well, of course. But for the first time in a decade, to not have a single hurricane make landfall here, that's pretty good. And it shows you that environmental things are often just cyclical. It's just cyclical. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Nah, not doing that one. Okay, this is interesting. 22 states are either in a recession or on the precipice of that. This is according to Moody's Analytics. The states in contraction are spread around the country from Washington to Virginia to Maine, make up about a third of overall GDP. Problems, well, you know, you live life. You know what the problems are. The problem is that everything's expensive right now. The interesting thing about it is, you know, looking at the different states that show to be near a recession or on the precipice, Arkansas is not one of them. Arkansas is doing pretty well, actually, to be honest with you. We are among 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 10 states that are doing better than others, among the best. So you go figure. We run a pretty tight budget here in the state. And to be honest with you, it's hard to get much poorer than we already are. We can't fall too far anyway, can we? All right. What else is going on here? Yeah, we'll save that. Okay. The airship-like S-1500, the world's largest flying wind turbine, recently became the first device of its kind to generate 1 megawatt of power during a test flight. Wind turbines are already a big part of China's big bet on renewable green energy, but the country's always looking, it says, to lower the cost and increase the efficiency. So it came up with a versatile inflatable turbine capable of being relocated quickly while generating significant amounts of electricity. The floating and wind power system, about as tall as a 13-story building, as long as a basketball court, looks like a giant floating airplane engine. It's capable of operating at heights of up to 1,500 meters, where winds are faster and more stable than at the level of traditional towers, which is only about 200 meters. That's pretty crazy. A giant inflatable jet engine, basically, that they're using as a turbine to power electricity. That's pretty damn wild. If you could see a picture of it, it's really I mean, it legit looks like a jet engine, just giant and inflatable. Kind of amazing what technology can do now, isn't it? Really is. Um, Desperate to get into prison and help his young grandson, a 60-year-old man from Guadalupe robbed a local supermarket at gunpoint and then waited patiently to be arrested. The unusual incident took place at the end of September in St. Rose. It's a commune in the north of the Guadalupe archipelago. A former firefighter had no criminal record, walked into a supermarket located right by the police station, holding a firearm, demanding all the money. And then he just sat down and waited. Apparently, he wanted to get into prison to help his grandson. Said he was desperate. He wasn't interested in money. He just wanted to get there to see his grandson, at least be able to walk with him. So I don't know what's going on with that, but, that might be the best grandpa ever. Might be the best grandpa in the whole world right there. All right, moving on. No. Yeah, here we go. An elderly Chinese woman was hospitalized after swallowing 8 live frogs to treat back pain caused by a herniated disc. I'm not sure that's a recommended cure, to be honest with you. When suffering from back pain, most people would, take ibuprofen, something like that, maybe use some ointment, a little Flexol 454, or hell, go to a doctor. But she decided the best course of action was to swallow frogs. She heard a rumor that swallowing live frogs would relieve her back pain. Whoever told her that was wrong for that. They were absolutely wrong for that. So after hearing a rumor that swallowing live frogs could help her back pain, the woman asked some relatives to catch some, but didn't tell them what she planned to do with them. She proceeded to swallow 5 of them in one day and followed up the next day with 3. It did not help her back. However, it did produce excruciating stomach pain, which made her go back to the hospital. And they said, hey, stop eating frogs, dumbass. What an idiot. All right. Here you go. The headline says everything you need to know right here. Company develops plant-based caviar that's indistinguishable from the real thing. Yeah, there's a reason for that. It already tastes like the bottom of the ocean. That's exactly what you're not missing out on anything if you've never had caviar. If you want to know what it tastes like, take a piece of bread, drag it across the bottom of the ocean, and then eat it. That's what it tastes like. Only mushier. It's terrible. It's horrible. However, might be better than an $11,000 burger. The Asador Opa restaurant in Spain serves the world's most expensive and exclusive burger. It's $11,000 and can only be experienced by invitation to the restaurant. Burgers have obviously gotten more expensive, but $11,000, that's pretty high. What do you get for $11,000? I don't know. Not enough, I can tell you that. Whatever it is, it's not enough. $11,000 invite only. Come on, man. People are waiting on that invitation for their burger, for their $11,000 burger. Are you kidding me? Stop it. All right, let's do a little bit of sports here. Man, what a game last night with the championship Eagles and the Giants. Man, the Giants kicked ass. They were facing the reigning Super Bowl champs. Not since 98 had the New York Giants toppled a defending champion. They changed all that for Big Blue when Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo collected a host of historical notes, 5 total touchdowns, and a win 34-17 over the Eagles. Scatterbo is rumored to be in the running for Rookie of the Year and may very well deserve it. Dart, the 2025 NFL Draft's number 25 pick, completed 17 of 25 passes, 195 yards and a touchdown, added 13 carries, 58 yards, and another touchdown, became the first Giants rookie starting quarterback since Travis Tidwell back in 1950 to get a win over the Eagles. So he's doing really well. And then Scatterbo had 19 carries for 98 yards and 3 touchdowns. Second time in franchise history, a rookie's had a trio of rushing scores, the first overall since 2011. So yeah, the Giants are they're doing quite well here, and they're hitting a good stride. What else is going on here in the NBA? Who's the best shooting guard in the NBA? Well, it's officially a non-starter, narrowly receiving the most votes for the highest honor at his position a year ago. Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards edged out the rest of the field, garnering 33% of the votes in 2024 and 25. They voted, let's see, what does it say? But this season is not even close. The NBA announced the results of this year, and Edwards got 70% of the votes as the best shooting guard in the league. The next vote getter was Cleveland Cavaliers star Donovan Mitchell, then Luka Doncic and SGA. Man, Anthony Edwards is, as advertised, he is phenomenal.